Hey everybody! Happy Monday! So, if you don't know me, I'm...
Mama, will you tell them about my arm?
Yes, I will. I'm Jamie, and I'm a founding gold director with Pharmacist. And my husband just called me, and I had to hang up on him. We'll call him back. So if you're catching me on the replay, let me know where you're watching from. And if you don't mind to just hit the little share button and share this, then we'd appreciate it, right, Grace?
Mm-hmm.
Can you say hey?
Lonely. Ow.
So Cruz hurt her arm today, and she was climbing over the baby gate, which she does all the time. And it tipped over and fell, and she landed on her little arm. And she wants me to tell you guys about it, right? But it's okay, right?
Ouchie.
So we're sitting under what Cruz calls the country tree, if you can see. And we're having school here today. And we're eating an orange right now. And we're getting ready to finish our homeschool. But it's day 9 of the challenge. And today's challenge is to talk about why Monday is awesome. And so that's what I'm going to do. And if you're watching, can you raise your hand if you love Monday? Chris says, yeah! I don't know. I always like Monday, especially now that I don't go get up at 5 and go to work every day. But Monday's like a fresh start. So I ate crap for dinner last night, but today's a new day and I'm starting fresh, right? I'm starting with new motivation for work. I'm starting with new motivation for school.
Ouch.
I'm starting with new motivation for housework. It's Monday, fresh start. So you had a crap week last week.
Mom, look how long my legs are.
I see. Or you felt like you had a crap week last week. It's Monday. It's a new week. Leave that stuff in the past. Remember, like Rafiki, like on Lion King, he says it's in the past, right? It's a new fresh start. A new fresh start. And, I feel like, I don't know, about now 3 years ago, I started this journey, which led me to homeschooling under the country tree.
Mama.
Yeah, baby.
Will you, babies? Because it's hard to get,
Yeah, can you
oranges.
give me a minute?
Mm-hmm.
I started this journey probably about 3 years ago, which led me to sitting here under the country tree, homeschooling, with a mom bun and no makeup on. But in that time, I spent a lot of time, training my mindset and working on a mindset. And, I feel like gratitude is a huge part of that. It's so easy to let tiny little things just bog down and beat you up. But it's a new day. Like, we have so much stuff to be thankful for.
Why I'm excited about this day that you were talking about, because ballet.
Oh, and she's excited about ballet. She's thankful for ballet. Gratitude is so important. And if you don't, have a gratitude journal or write down what you're thankful for daily, or at least I do weekly, I think, we want to encourage you to start, because there's all kinds of things to be thankful for. And, I recently told this story to my friend, and I'm going to tell you the short version. In 2010, I went to a short-term mission trip to Guatemala, and I was going through a divorce, the darkest time in my life, and I was miserable. And I went to this mission trip to serve in a malnutrition center for babies who were hungry. And while I was there, there was a little boy that was admitted, a baby. He was 5 months old, and he'd never been away from his mom. He'd never had a bottle, but his dad had recently passed away, and his mom had to go work, so she couldn't nurse him anymore. So she left him at our center, so we could care for him. and they thought he had the chicken pox. And so they kept him in quarantine in a cubicle. But I'd already had the chicken pox, so they asked me if I would take care of him and feed him if I didn't mind to be exposed. And that baby, think about him. That baby never been away from his mom, never had a bottle.
That sounds scary.
He had a rash on him. He was itchy. He was in a strange place. And every time I opened...
What place was he in?
He was in a center for little kids that takes care of him.
Oh.
And every time that I opened the door to his room, he was giggling. He was laughing. And that was like one of the biggest life moments for me in life. Because, you know, I was going through a really hard time personally. Or what I thought was a really hard time. And to me it was.
How come?
Well, we don't need to talk about that right now, okay?
Then we can talk about
you know, I was going through a hard time, a dark time. I was like a little depressed. I was, you know, kind of in mourning, and that baby's whole world changed, and he didn't know what tomorrow brought, and he was laughing every time I opened the door. And it just made me realize, and all the kids in general, like, literally, some of them were starving to death, and they smiled, and they laughed, and they played. They had no money, they didn't have clothes to their name, they didn't know where their next meal was coming from, and they laughed, and they played. And that was such a big lesson to me. Like, I feel like here, you know, we get so, like, bogged down if Starbucks doesn't have a drive-thru, or, you know, like, we have a short time of job loss, or, you know, anything that's big to us at the time. But we are so blessed, and there's no reason to, like, let those things bog you down. So that trip changed my life, and I came home with a different attitude. I also sobbed when I left that baby because I wanted to bring him home. All right, but enough of that. If you have a gratitude journal, if you don't have one, get one. If you do, man, write some things down you're thankful for. I'm thankful for Cruz. I'm thankful for the country tree. I'm thankful for the weather. And I'm thankful that Christmas is coming and my tree's up. Alright, guys. This was just a...
thank you that the mail came.
Cruz is thankful that the mail came. What else are you thankful for, baby?
Ballet.
Ballet. Anything else?
School.
School. Anything else?
Well, pretty excited for homeschool.
She's pretty excited for homeschool today, guys.
And home kindergarten.
Home kindergarten. Alright, guys. And I'm thankful that I'm able to do that with her every day. And Pharmacy made that possible for me. Pharmacy made this country tree homeschool possible. Let me show you my other view real quick. We're just sitting under the country tree, aren't we?
Yeah.
Just chilling.
Some is green, some is red.
Alright, guys.
And
if you don't
yellow.
mind to share my gratitude video. And peace out, right?
If you don't know who I am, I'm Cruz.
I'm sure they know who you are. Can you say peace out? Peace, bros. Happy Monday.